In this session, I'll be talking about the sixth generation network. As you know, we currently make use of the fifth generation network, even though some countries still make use of the fourth generation network. The 5G talks about how fast is our internet, the internet we are using, how fast it is, and how it also supports high technology like HD videos, among others, then hardware as well too. How does it connect all these hardware technologies together for them to communicate? This talks about how efficient the network is, and that is why we currently make use of the 5G network. However, it has been announced that in the year 2030, the world should be expecting the 6G network, a super fast, super high technology. So in this session, I'll be informing you on the 6G network, which is the expected cyber physical world in the next 5 years. And of course, you have to be ready for the beautiful things and the advanced technology that will come in the year 2030. Let's use the power of imagination. In the world of robotic surgery is relatively new to us, and there are a lot of improvements going on in robotic surgical world. Now, robotic surgery involves the use of robots, as you can see, by a surgeon to carry out a surgical operation or process on a patient. Robotic surgery has high precision compared to the traditional surgical process. Now, imagine if we can then have a surgeon operating this robot right in America, such that the patient is located in South Africa. So instead of transporting this patient from South Africa to America for a surgeon to carry out the surgical operation or process on such patients, can we then make use of the robotic process or robotic surgery to remotely carry out the same surgical procedure on the same patient in South Africa while the surgeon is in America? Recently, this has been attempted and it encountered a lot of challenges because of 5G network is not sufficient to carry out this type of operation successfully. Similarly, let us imagine if we have a professor who is located in India and physically appear before the student in the United Kingdom, such that the professor can deliver his lecture for hours, 2 hours, 3 hours or more, attend to questions from the students, and also conduct any other practicals that are necessary, such that the professor will stay in India and appear physically in the class in the United Kingdom as if he were to be in the class precisely. That again will improve the educational system as well too. There will not be scarcity of professors or specialists to take care of a particular course. In fact, this method has been attempted, but it encountered a lot of challenges, more especially with the limitations or challenges of the 5G network. So it is expected that with the introduction of 6G network, these challenges will be overruled and it will be possible to make use of the hologram technology in educational system with 6G network. So in this session, I'll be talking about the evolution of the mobile network generations from 1G up to 5G that we make use of currently. Similarly, I'll be talking about the challenges that are associated with the current 5G network that we use in the world. I'll also be talking about the expected solutions that we expect that the 6G will bring to our world in the next 5 years. And finally, I'll be talking about where and how the 6G network is going to help our world, more especially bringing the cyber physical realities to our world. The 5G network we are making use of in our world today has passed through a lot of evolution before we got to the 5G we are making use of today. The first generation, which is the 1G, was introduced year 1979, which spanned through till the year 1991. The first generation was used for voice communication only. It could only transmit voice on the network only, and it made use of the analog technology, analog cellular. Many of us will know about this type of phone that we used to dial manually in those days. The 1G has a very limited speed capacity of approximately 2.4 kilobytes per second. Imagine a 1G network to be a motorway with just one lane for all traffic, irrespective of the time of the day. And that is how limited the speed of 1G was. Precisely, in an empirical situation, it will take up to 1 day and 20 hours to download a 200 megabyte file with 1G network. That was how slow 1G network was. In the year 1991, the world introduced the 2G network, which also spanned till 2001. The 2G network was the first network that introduced the voice transmission and SMS as means of communication. That is the short message service as communication. So the 2G made use of the digital global system for mobile and the CDMA technology for transmission. The speed was between 64 kilobytes per second and 128 kilobytes per second. So imagine 2G to be a motorway with just 2 lanes, right? And with no service lane, just 2 lanes for all traffic, irrespective of the time of the day. For all traffic, just 2 lanes. Though better than 1G, but still limited in speed. In fact, 2G was just 10 times faster than 1G. So in a typical scenario, if you were to download 200 megabyte file or using 2G network, then it will have taken up to 4 hours and 26 minutes to download a 200 megabyte file with 2G network. Though better than 1G, but still requires improvements. So in the year 2001, the world introduced 3G network. 3G network lasted till 2010, and that was the first time we experienced the mobile internet, where we can make use of the internet, right, with the phone, the mobile phone. It also brought about the multimedia messaging service, which is the MMS technology as at that particular time. The speed capacity of 3G was between 384 kilobytes per second and 2 megabytes per second. Again, it's a way of widening the motorway from 2 lanes to 3 lanes in the case of 3G. 3G was 20 times faster than 2G, which was quite better. 4G network was further introduced in the year 2009, and this lasted till 2020, which was just 5 years ago. 4G introduced the high definition video, which is a very high quality and superior video. It also introduced the ecosystem, the era where there are a lot of development of applications for different mobile operating systems like Android, like Windows operating system for mobile technology as well too. The speed capacity of 4G was between 10 megabytes per second and 100 megabytes per second. Again, this was an improvement over the 3G. C4G has widened the motorway from 3 lane to 4 lane capacity with 1 service lane with it. So that was a better improvement. 4G was 10 times faster than 3G, which actually supported new and advanced technology. In a typical scenario, to download a 200 megabytes with 4G, it will take up to 1 minute and 20 seconds, which is approximately 10 times faster than the 3G network. The 5G network was introduced in the year 2019, which is expected to last till 2030 in the next 5 years when the 6G technology will come in. The 5G made use of the radio technology system, which is more advanced technology system, and the typical speed is currently between 1 gigabyte per second and 10 gigabytes per second. 1 gigabyte per second is approximately 1000 megabytes per second. And here we have between 1 and 10 gigabytes per second. So precisely to download a 200 megabyte file with 5G technology we make use of today, it will only require just 8 seconds to download 200 megabytes on a 5G network. And that is approximately 10 times faster than 4G network. However, with the success of the 5G network that we have talked about so far, with capacity to support high-tech devices, among others, yet there are still some challenges that are associated with 5G network. These challenges include the inability of 5G network to travel far, and it struggles to pass through obstacles like walls, like trees and buildings. And this made it very, very difficult to use in rural area unless where the 5G technology gadgets are precisely built in the rural area. Otherwise, penetrating through all these objects is quite difficult. However, it is expected that with 6G technology in year 2030, there will be a stronger and smarter coverage that will be able to penetrate through the obstacles of walls, trees, among others. 5G also has the challenge of delays, not fast enough for remote surgery or for self-driving cars or for robots to communicate between or among themselves. With the introduction of 6G in year 2030, it is expected that 6G will bring about almost zero delay in making use of high technology. Another challenge of 5G is that it doesn't connect well in remote areas as a result of the inability to penetrate through some certain obstacles. So to address this challenge, 6G is expected to integrate the use of satellite as part of the hardware that will be used. Finally, among the challenges of 5G is the high consumption of electricity by the hardware used by 5G network. And so this makes 5G to be very, very expensive to maintain and to sustain. In the case of 6G network, it is expected that there will be use of low power, very low power consumption will be used by 6G hardware technology, and it will make use of the efficient antennas and self-powered sensors, which will be aided by artificial intelligence, and it is expected that there will be a lot of improvement, yet the power consumption will be lower. So welcome to 6G network. 6G network is expected to be launched in year 2030, precisely in the next 5 years, and it is expected to span through till 2040 for 10 years. The speed capacity of 6G is expected to start from at least 100 gigabytes per second. So 6G is expected to be 100 times faster than 5G because there will be a higher bandwidth and there will be low latency challenge with 6G. So the introduction of 6G in the year 2030 is expected to be 100 times faster than 5G. It is also expected to make use of the artificial intelligence and the multi-access edge computing technologies for high speed and low latency. The multi-access edge computing technology will allow the execution of commands to be carried out very close to the client as compared to communicating with the server before executing the command. So that will reduce the time of execution, hence making the process to be faster. Similarly, the use of artificial intelligence with 6G will bring about self-learning for 6G itself, self-healing, and self-optimization of operations without challenge. So this is also expected that it will reduce the process of operation, hence increasing the speed of operation. Finally, 6G is expected to be the brain of our future society, where more advanced technologies will be used and will come on board. And that is why we are expecting the 6G to bring about a cyber physical realities to our world. A lot of improvement we're actually setting. So where and how will 6G be useful and will bring about benefit or improvement to our society? Among areas of improvement include the education. 6G is expected to bring about a significant improvement in education. Imagine if we could have a professor in the United States right in his office and we appear physically in a class among the students in Nigeria and will be able to deliver lectures to the students without interruption. This is called hologram technology in education. Hologram technology will be very useful and significantly efficient with 6G. Also, imagine in the case where the description of the solar system is no longer an imagination, or it goes beyond description, where the student can now see the solar system right in the class. The solar system will be brought into the class where the students will be able to see what the solar system is all about. In reality, this again is called the hologram technology in education. These are part of the benefits that 6G is expected to bring to us. So, through lifelike holograms, 6G will bring fully immersive virtual classrooms where learning becomes more interactive and personalized. Another area where we expect 6G to bring improvement is the area of telesurgery, using the remote robotic surgical approach. Imagine if Dr. Viapeta, who in year 2025, early this year, conducted a remote robotic surgery on a patient who was in Angola while Dr. Peta was in America. Though it was a very successful surgical operation, but it encountered a lot of challenges. This time around, it is expected that with 6G, carrying out a surgical operation of over 6,500 miles difference between the surgeon and the patient will be very, very possible. So we are expecting a lot of improvement in the area of telesurgery. So doctors will be able to perform life-saving procedures from far away with almost no delay, as if they were standing right beside the patient. Patients in remote areas will receive high quality care through real-time monitoring and instant medical support. Another area where we expect improvement with 6G is the area of communication, using the holographic technology in communication. Imagine if you dial your uncle while talking with your uncle, you bring your uncle on real time before you, such that the person you are communicating with, your uncle you are communicating with, you can see your uncle right before you, standing before you, and you are communicating. No longer on video call, but in a real life, where you see the person you are calling right before you. Yes, it is possible. This is called the holographic technology in communication. It is not science fiction. This is possible. In fact, LG recently announced the development of mobile phone that can execute holographic communication. But LG is waiting till 2030 when there will be release of the 6G and such phone will be released into the market. So, are you set? Get ready for it. So, 6G will make video calls feel more natural, clear, lifelike, almost like meeting the person you are communicating with in person. People will be able to share large experiences instantly, including 3G images and real-time virtual interactions. So among other areas where we expect improvement with the introduction of 6G include the significant improvement in the area of military operations, transportation and aviation. We are expecting more smart cities around us. We are expecting improvement in agricultural productivity, right, by incorporating advanced technology that supports 6G network. We're also expecting improvement in manufacturing sector, manufacturing and industry sector. Entertainment and media is not excluded. We are also expecting improvement in the area of environmental and climate monitoring, more especially in the area of reducing emission in our environment. We are also expecting improvement in the area of energy and utilities. And of course, our retail and shopping experience is expected to have a very significant improvement. Here are some of the areas, among other areas, that we expect that the 6G network will bring significant improvement. So, are you ready for this improvement? Are you set? Just 5 years in the year 2030, a lot of technologies will change. A lot of improvement will come in. So it will be another beautiful world again. Are you set for it? Get set. Now you know what is coming in the year 2030. So, what is your view about this forthcoming 6G network? What improvement do you look towards? What are your view about this? Let me know in the comment section below. Endeavor to share this video, give a thumb up, like this video, and subscribe to this channel. Till I meet you in the next scientific discovery, stay happy always. Bye for now.